In the previous video, we discussed all the major companies that hire 2027 batch students. We talked about TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, Deloitte, Accenture, Capgemini, IBM, Amazon, Microsoft and many others. But after watching that video, hundreds of students usually have one question. Where should I actually start? Should I start DSA? Should I learn Java or Python? Should I learn web development? Should I start Aptitude? Or should I build projects? Or even should I prepare for interviews? And because they don't know the answer, they end up doing everything at once. And when you try to do everything, you end up mastering nothing. So in this video, I am going to give you the exact roadmap I would follow if I were a 2027 batch student starting today. Not the theory, not motivation, a practical roadmap. And watch till the end because I will also tell you the one skill that almost nobody focus on but can eliminate candidates before the interview even begins. Let's start. The biggest placement myth. The biggest myth in placement is first learn everything, then start applying. That never works. The technology industry changes too fast. There is always another course, another language, another framework, and another certification. If you keep waiting to become perfect, placement season will arrive before you do. Instead, focus on building layers. Every month should add another layer to your placement profile. Think of it like building a house. You don't start with the roof, you start with the foundation. And that foundation is phase 1. If you are in your second or third or even fourth year of engineering, your first priority is not DSA. Your first priority is becoming comfortable with programming. Choose one language. Only one, either Java, Python or C++. Do not learn 3 languages simultaneously. You should master one. Learn variables, loops, functions, arrays, strings, and OOPS basics. At this stage, your goal is simple. You should be able to solve small problems without looking at solutions every 5 minutes. Most students rush through programming and then struggle throughout the placement season. Don't make that mistake. Build a strong foundation first. Now comes the phase everyone talks about, DSA. But here's the reality. DSA is important. However, students often learn advanced topics before mastering basic ones. This is the wrong approach. Instead, start with arrays, strings, sorting, searching, and recursion. Then move to linked list, stacks, queues, trees, and hashing. Then gradually move forward towards graphs and dynamic programming. Don't try to become a competitive programming overnight. Your goal is placement readiness. Consistency beats intensity. 1 hour daily for 6 months is far better than 10 hours for one weekend. Now let's discuss something many students ignore. That is aptitude, reasoning and verbal ability. These sections eliminate thousands of candidates every year. Think about it. You cannot reach the coding round if you fail aptitude. You cannot reach interviews if you fail reasoning. Yet many students spend 90% of their time on coding and ignore the first elimination round. This is the biggest mistake. Practice quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, and verbal ability. Even 20 to 30 minutes daily is enough. This single habit can dramatically increase your chances. Once programming and DSA become comfortable, start learning database management concepts, operating system, computer networks, and OOPS concepts. These topics appear repeatedly in technical interviews. Students often panic before interviews because they try learning everything in 1 week. Instead, learn gradually, one topic at a time. Understand concepts, don't memorize the definitions. Interviewers can easily identify the difference. Now let's discuss projects. The internet is filled with project ideas. Most of them never help in interviews. A good project should demonstrate problem solving, technical skills, and understanding of deployment, not complexity. Not fancy animation, not thousands of lines of code. One meaningful project is more valuable than 10 copied projects. Ask yourself, can I explain why I built it, how it works, what challenges faced, are improvements possible? If the answer is yes, it is a good project. Remember the secret I mentioned earlier. Here it is, the communication. Many students assume placements are only about coding. Wrong. A company is hiring an employee, not a coding machine. You must be able to introduce yourself, explain the projects, answer confidently, and communicate ideas clearly. I have seen students with average coding skills get selected and students with strong coding skills get rejected. The difference? It is a matter of communication. Start improving it today, not during placement season. If you are confused, remember this order. Step 1, Programming Language. Step 2, Problem Solving and DSA. Step 3, Aptitude and Reasoning. And the Step 4, DBMS, OS and CN concepts. Step 5, Projects. Step 6, Resume. And the Step 7, Interview Preparation. Follow this order and your placement journey becomes much simpler. Now here's the problem. Even after following this roadmap, many students still fail, not because they lack skills, but because they prepare for the wrong companies. A student targeting TCS should not prepare exactly like a student targeting Amazon. Also, a student targeting Deloitte should not prepare exactly like a student targeting Infosys for specialist programmer role. And that's exactly what we will discuss in the next video. In the next episode, I will divide all placement companies into different preparation paths and show you which roadmap is best for mass recruiters, which roadmap is best for consulting companies, and which roadmap is best for product companies. Also, how to decide which path you should follow. That video alone can save you months of unnecessary preparation. I will see you in the next video. That's it for today. Thank you guys.